March 14, Mark chapter 5 verse 1 to 20. Yung scripture natin ngayon, pero babasahin ko ay chapter 5, Mark chapter 5 verse 1 to 10 for the sake of the time. They went across the lake to the region of the Gerasenes. When Jesus got out of the boat, a man with an impure spirit came from the tombs to meet him. This man lived in the tombs, and no one could bind him any more, not even with a chain, for he had often been chained hand and foot, but he tore the chains apart and broke the irons on his feet. No one was strong enough to subdue him. Night and day, among the tomb and in the hills, he would cry out and cut himself with stones. When he saw Jesus from a distance, he ran out and fell on his knees in front of him. He shouted at the top of his voice, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? In God's name, don't torture me." For Jesus had said to him, "Come out of this man, you impure spirit." And Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" "My name is Legion." He replied, "For we are many." And he begged Jesus again and again not to send him out of the area. Alright, maligayang araw sa ating lahat. Ako si Aaron Jan ng Mabang. Ito ang aking daily devotion para sa araw na ito. At yung tatalakayin natin paksa ay ano man palatandaan ng demonic influence at ano ang demonic influence. So, simulan na natin. Na the term demonize refers to being under demonic influence in scripture. This term is often associated with more extreme cases of demonic control, affecting a person's mind, body, and spirit. However, the Bible makes it clear that the Christ has ultimate power over the demonic realm. While believers can be possessed, they can experience spiritual attacks. This is why we must remain vigilant and rely on God's power. Okay, bago natin i-discuss ang mga teachings, tignan muna natin yung mga palatandaan, no? Una, distortion of truth. Sunod, spiritual bondage to sin. 3, hatred of Christians in the church. Isipin natin na may mga tao talaga na pag narinig nila yung Christian yung tao, automatically na either nag-bad note, naiinis, nagagalit, na may nangyayaring violent reaction, no? Sunod is apathy and hardness of heart, yung tigas ng puso na hindi po nakokontrol. Sunod ay fleshly thinking and worldliness. Yung fleshly thinking, hindi dito madalas na sexual. Ito ay fleshly thinking with the body. Kumbaga, yung desires of the body, yung needs of the body. So it could be acting immediately based on your needs at the moment. Kung pwede yan maging yan dahil sa gutom. Pwede rin yan dahil sa siguro lust. May iba't ibang bagay na gano'n. And worldliness, no? The kumbaga being connected with the world rather than God. Sunod is addiction to drugs, sex, pornography, orgy, pornification. Madaming bagay, basta addiction yan. There's a demonic influence over that. Next is obsession to occultism and fake religions. And lastly, witchcraft, divination, and spiritism. Yun yung mga palatandaan na makikita mo. May mga demonic influence na nagaganap talaga. Na either mild or to severe, meron talaga nangyayari. May mild, may severe, may to the point of possession. That is demonic influence. And these demonic influences can affect the person's life. Mainly dito makita natin na yung mga relationships natin na ay affected by ito, no? So, tignan natin yung unang teaching na demons demise or destroy good relationships whereas Jesus reconciles them. Yun nangyayari sa tuwing nagkakaroon ka ng demonic influence, na-isolate ka, nahihirapan ka, yung mga relationships mo ay nagsasuffer dahil definitely when you're influenced by the enemy, no? Hindi maganda yung magiging reaction mo, madalas violent reactions mo. And if you are in the severe level, makikita natin din dito na parang na-isolate siya ng mga tao. Hindi siya nilalapitan ng mga tao. Siyempre, kinakatakutan ka rin. And maliban doon, it is an impure spirit. And not everyone is capable talaga of cleansing a possession. And even if it's the mild influences, nakasira pa rin ito ng relationship. Dahil demonic influences, sabihin natin lust, counted din yung cheating. And pag nalaman ng pamilya mo, syempre, may mangyayaring judgment, yung judging, or pati na rin yung panghuhusga, pati na rin yung pag-isolate sa'yo, na parang, itong ginawa niya kasi dito, itong ginawa niya kasi doon. At yung mga tao, lalayo sa'yo dahil may nangyaring ganong sitwasyon. Next, relationships made by God will often be suffer. No? relationships with your family, relationships with your friends, and relationships with people you love ay ma-damage nito talaga. At yung sinasabing spiritual attacks, hindi ka man mapossess, pwede ka man mahirapan ng mga ganito. So, but Jesus reconciles them. He has power over those kinds of things. Rather not kinds of things. He has power over those aspects. Na you have to have faith, you have to be strong, and you have to get through it. So now these demons distort the mind, whereas Jesus renews it. Yung nangyayari sa demonic influence is they distort the mind. Maliban po sa katotohanan na nire-distort nila, pati rin ang pag-iisip kung saan nagiging logical ang iba't ibang mga bagay na piliin o gawin imbes yung tama o iba yung wasto sa isip nila kaysa sa ano talaga yung totoong tama talaga. So naisip natin ay an example. Sabihin natin, may nagmura, ang naisip mo agad ay magbunot ng baril. Pwedeng ganun. Demonic influence at the moment makes you think this is a logical reaction or hindi mo makokontrol yung reaction mo. Your mind is distorted. Pwede rin yung pagiging paranoid. Your mind becomes distorted na isipin mo lahat ng tao sa paligid mo ay against you. No? So, this is what they mean when there's a distortion. But Jesus renews it. He renews your mind. He makes it more. He makes it healed. He makes it calm. He makes it peaceful. No? Yung mga bagyo, ginagawa niya kalmado. Roaring seas, He makes it calm. At sa ganun, Jesus has power over that as well. And lastly, demons destroy the image of God whereas Jesus restores it. Na titignan natin ulit yung verse na kung saan yung demon destroys the image of God, pati rin yung katawan natin kasama doon. So, meron palang demonic influence sa tuwing sinasaktan natin ang ating sarili, sinasaktan natin ang ibang mga tao, dahil we are made in the image of God. And in that sense, the demons or enemies destroy the body either through physical harm, mainly physical harm, and spiritual harm, or kung ginagutom nila yung sarili nila. Dahil ito yung isa sa mga paraan para masira yung imahe ng Panginoon sa katawan mo. Or basically, yung katawan mo mismo is an image of God as well. And yun lamang. Salamat po sa pakikinig at mabuhay.